Well, could we be getting a whole new version of Lois and Clark in the upcoming Superman movie? Well, apparently James Gunn is indeed putting a new spin on this. And recently he sat down with ABC and dove a little bit into their relationship. So we're going to take a couple minutes to talk about Superman, Lois Lane, and how James Gunn is taking on one of the most critical relationships in all of superhero fandom. Now, way back when that first Superman trailer dropped, well, James Gunn made it super clear that Lois Lane and the Man of Steel were already an item. But it seems like, based on what Gunn has said recently, that Lois might have some serious doubts about this relationship, interestingly putting her in the driver's seat. Now, recently, the director of the film, James Gunn, sat down with ABC, and he started to explain where we kind of find Lois and Clark at the beginning of the movie. Now, according to Gunn, and I quote, he is in love with her. She's the one that needs convincing in the relationship. It's not him. You really see where he needs her in his life. Now, I have to say, I do love this kind of take on the character. Superman is all heart, and Lois, well, let's be real, she's edgy, sharp, and for lack of a better term, often prickly. Margot Kidder's version of the character was absolutely no pushover, and for me, that's one of the, greatest interpretations of the character ever, and it definitely sounds like they're leaning into that very heavily. I would never expect Lois Lane to just be, a fangirl. She's a critic, and would be fully aware of the implications of dating Superman, the impact on her life, and all the things that come with that kind of relationship. She's a smart woman, and it sounds like Gunn has absolutely captured that in the film. As for the Man of Tomorrow, well, it sounds like his interpretation of the hero is going to be depicted as not the absolutely perfect guy many people think Superman is. And honestly, I like this as a reflection of the character and Clark actually looking at himself. Now, Gunn actually says, quote, the film is a personal journey for Superman that's entirely new. He's a character who's pretty damn good, but flawed. He's a public-facing character. Now, some people think Superman should not be displayed with any flaws, but if Zack Snyder got anything right, I really think his version of Superman doubting so many things, well, that's important because it makes him relatable. The character has never been immune to experiences from the same highs and lows that plague the humans he protects, so I think having that built into this is super duper important. Now, David Cornsweet actually added, and I quote, that he's a public-facing character. He's a symbol. There's a presentational element to it because he does want to present an image of calm and authority, but he doesn't always feel that way. He always wants to make people feel that way as Superman. In other words, Superman is meant to inspire people, and that's something Gunn has talked about from the very beginning. Superman leaning into people looking up to him and trying to fill that role, as impossible as that is. These kind of challenges mirror what goes on in everybody's normal life, although we don't have superpowers, but that's what makes Superman relatable. We're never going to fly, we're not going to have heat vision, and we're certainly not bulletproof, but we understand trying to meet other people's expectations, especially people we care about, and that sounds like that's exactly what Superman's trying to do, and part of this film is going to be that internal battle of Superman trying to live up to his own expectations. Now, we're about 75 days away from this movie's release. I'm expecting a big trailer any day now. The window is getting tight, and I think Warner Brothers might be going a little slow here with some of the promotion, but I'm going to hold back my criticism on that for a little while longer. We're obviously going to follow Superman closely. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to get all the Superman news, and until we know more, what do you guys think? What do you think about this interpretation of Superman from James Gunn and David Cornsweet? And how do you feel about Lois being in the driver's seat for the relationship? Tell me what you think in the comments below. Now, before you take off though, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. We do daily videos and we want to be your place for all the Marvel and DC news, but we're going to bring it to you truthfully and transparently so you're really in the know.